a shout out right now for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. So, is investing in silver today a good idea? Well, Colin Plume from our friends at noblegoldinvestment.com, they think so. On the national desk, he explained there have been huge sell-offs of silver because of the low price right now. Silver is the most useful industrial metal out there, and demand for it is soaring for electronics and electric cars and solar panel circuits and on and on and on. The Green New Deal is increasing the need for silver. As industries pick up after the pandemic supply chain issues, the trend now should reverse quickly and silver's prices should skyrocket. So don't miss this. Give the team at noblegoldinvestment.com a call, and that number is 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. If you set up a silver or gold IRA, $20,000 or more, they will send you this stunning 3 ounces of pure silver American Virtue coin. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous collector's item. It's 3 ounces of pure silver. It can be yours for free if you set up, and you do need to look at your 401k or your IRA, your rollover. You need to diversify. You know you do. The stock market most of you, your 401k in the last year has lost 30% of its value. Some of you worse than that. It's time for you to get in control of your own destiny. Put some of your money into silver, and when the price of silver goes up, instead of losing money, you'll be gaining and protecting your value.
Putin declares martial law in annexed regions of Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin declared martial law on Wednesday in the 4 regions of Ukraine that Moscow annexed and gave all regional governors in Russia emergency powers that opened the door for sweeping new restrictions throughout the country. Putin didn't immediately spell out the steps that would be taken under martial law, but said his order was effective starting Thursday. His decree gave law enforcement agencies 3 days to submit specific proposals and orders the creation of territorial defense forces in the annexed regions. The upper house of Russia's parliament quickly endorsed Putin's decision to impose martial law in the annexed Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk, and Zaporizhia regions. The approved legislation indicated the declaration may involve restrictions on travel and public gatherings, tighter censorship and border authority for law enforcement agencies. U.S. intercepts 2 Russian bombers off Alaskan Coast, proven no threat. The United States military tracked and intercepted 2 Russian bomber pilots flying off of the coast of Alaska on Monday, according to the North American Aerospace Defense Command. The 2 Russian Tu-95 Bear H bomber aircraft were, quote, entering and operating within the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone, the release explained, and remained in international airspace and did not enter American or Canadian sovereign airspace. Their incursion of Alaska's ADIZ, which is the international airspace adjacent to an area, quote, is not seen as a threat, nor is the activity seen as provocative, the release continued. Brigadier General Pat Ryder, the Pentagon spokesman, declined to provide additional details when asked about the incident during Tuesday's press briefing. The grave of St. Nicholas discovered under church in Turkey. Archaeologists believe they may have uncovered the tomb of St. Nicholas underneath an ancient church in Turkey. Researchers claim the remains of the holy figure who inspired Santa Claus were recently discovered under a 6th century building more than 1,600 years after his death. St. Nicholas passed away on December the 6th of 343 AD and was allegedly buried at the UNESCO-recognized church located in the small coastal town of Damir. But his alleged tomb, which has been described as the original Santa's grotto, was not found until 2017 when researchers conducted electronic surveys. Turkish archaeologists reportedly detected a crypt 5 feet beneath the marble slabs which make the church's floor. One long-standing theory is that the tomb shifted underground during an earthquake and remained undiscovered until modern techniques allowed experts to scan below the surface. BBC preps scripts for blackouts. The BBC has prepared secret scripts that could be read on air if energy shortages cause blackouts or the loss of gas supplies this winter. The scripts, which were seen by The Guardian, set out how the corporation would reassure the public in the event that a, quote, major loss of power causes mobile phone networks, internet access, banking systems, or even traffic lights to fail across England, Wales, and Scotland. Northern Ireland, however, would be unaffected because its electricity grid is shared with the Republic of Ireland. The public would be advised to use car radios or battery-powered receivers to listen to emergency broadcasts on FM and long-wave frequencies usually reserved for Radio 2 and Radio 4. One draft BBC script warns that a blackout could last for up to 2 days, with hospitals and police placed under, quote, extreme pressure. Another says, quote, the government has said it's hoped power will be restored within the next 36 to 48 hours. Different parts of Britain will start to receive intermittent supplies before then. It is understood that they were written by BBC journalists as part of routine emergency planning to deal with hypothetical scenarios. They include local details for the different regions and nations of the United Kingdom. Liz Truss plunged into deeper turmoil after Suella Braverman leaves as Britain's Home Secretary. Liz Truss's ill-fated tenure as British Prime Minister was engulfed in yet more chaos on Wednesday when Suella Braverman, her Home Secretary, resigned 7 weeks into her role over the use of a personal email address that breached ministerial rules. Braverman said she sent an official document from her personal email to a trusted parliamentary colleague as part of policy engagement. This constitutes a technical infringement of the rules, she wrote in a resignation letter, which was also scathing of Truss's leadership and indicated deep fissures in the heart of her government. Truss accepted Braverman's resignation, saying, quote, it is important that the ministerial code is upheld and that cabinet confidentiality is respected, she had said in the letter. Braverman's departure comes amid growing pressure on the beleaguered leader, whose time in Downing Street has been spectacularly derailed by a radical fiscal agenda which Truss has been forced to abandon and apologize for.